Okay, so in this video, so we'll see different types of constructors in Python. See, in Python, we have two types of constructors. Those are number one is a default constructor and a parameterized constructor. The default constructor, nothing but we need not to pass any arguments. It doesn't have any arguments externally. Okay, so it will assign the default values only. Okay, so we can write the constructor with the default constructor, nothing but like this we can write. So for example, if it is the student class we are taking the example, means just we can take same thing, student. Okay, so now constructor, if you want to write def underscore underscore init underscore underscore, then we need to pass only the self. Okay, so just we can write here self dot id is equal to 000. Then next self dot name is equal to empty. Then next self dot what we can give course is equal to empty. Like this we are giving, means we are not passing any id name, sid sname course, so we are not initializing that. The default values we are initializing, because default construct, this we can call as a default constructor. Default constructor is used to uh, assign or initialize the default values only. Okay, so see, the default constructor is a simple constructor which doesn't accept any arguments. Next, number two is a parameterized constructor. Means we need to pass the parameters. Okay, so in the previous example, we saw that previous one example, that is employees, like that. We'll try to open. Yeah, see here, this is not with the just we can just a minute, I will open edit with employee. Right, see here, this is the init method. In the employee class, self is a mandatory, then eid ename esalary. These eid ename esalary are the local variables, means parameters, extra parameters. When we are passing these parameters, that means these values to these parameters, this type of constructor is known as a parameterized constructor. If it is accepting these parameters, then it is parameterized constructor. If it is not accepting the parameters, then it is a default constructor. So example, one more example here, a rough class is there, some rough class. Okay, so then it is having constructor self a comma b. A comma b, these two are the parameters here. This a is assigned to self.a, b is assigned to self.b. Then self.a and self of b is printing. So this is known as a parameterized constructor. So that is constructor with parameters is known as a parameterized constructor. The first argument is the self. The rest of the arguments are provided by the programmer. Okay, so this is known as actually the parameterized constructor. So remember that it is a important concept of the constructor. So what is a constructor and what are the types of the constructors? So two types, default constructor and a parameterized constructor. And we have a small keyword, that is a memory management keyword actually. This is, so how we can manage the memory. For example, if there is a class, student class, we are creating some 1,000 student objects. After completion of the object work, then we need to remove that object from the memory. For that purpose, we can use a delete keyword. Delete, del keyword is used to delete the object. That means it is free of the memory. Object nothing but we said on the RAM, some memory will be allocated. That is creation of the object. Okay, so when you use this del keyword, then it deletes. Delete the properties on the object by using delete keyword. That is okay. So we can write if you want to delete the student object, del s1, object will be deleted like that. Okay, so this is about the delete keyword. Okay, so in the next video, so we'll see the another object oriented programming concepts.